Hi Pisces, welcome to your February 2019 tarot reading, general tarot reading. It's Rena here. So happy birthday to those of you who are born in the first 10 degrees of your sign. There's a nice little rose for you. This is the Wild Unknown Tarot deck, in case you were wondering. I try to switch up these different decks that I have. Now I have a few decks that I really like, that are my go-to decks. Before I didn't have much of a choice, but through trial and error, of course along the way I got a couple of decks that I wasn't really that crazy about, but that's life. And sometimes, you know, you get like these great reviews, rave reviews on Amazon, and it's like, it still is a personal preference, I guess, you know. So the heart of the matter is the Two of Cups, and even if you don't know what the Two of Cups stands for, you can imagine it's kind of romantic. So this is going to be, chances are, something to do with a personal relationship. I mean, it is possible that if you've been working for a company, you go back to it. This can be a card of being reunited with someone or something. So this could be like a company that you've worked for in the past, and maybe you had a falling out, and maybe they have a new management team, and that it's like a whole new ball game for you. But if this is a personal relationship, it could be that you reunite with someone, and in addition to that, this can be making a commitment to someone that you are already seeing. And so taking that relationship to the next level, getting engaged. You know, I was going to say getting engaged or moving in with someone. I guess that could be that, but I don't like to act like that's an equivalent of that, because when you're living with somebody, it's like you're married, really, in a lot of ways. So that's even more of a commitment. But there's that sense of maybe finding a soulmate, a partner that you feel like you could, that you really resonate with. And even forgiving someone if there was something in your past. So there could be something along those lines. In the past position, we have the Nine of Cups. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that's a card I just got. Okay, good. I hope that I read that right, because sometimes it's hard to read these cards, and I've read the Roman numerals wrong sometimes. But yeah, the Nine of Cups, I just got this for Aquarius. Now here's the interesting thing about that, because when I was doing Aquarius's reading, I did get cups, and I was wondering if it was a Pisces. So maybe there's some dealings with this sign for some reason, Aquarius. But in any case, the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So this can be a situation where something transpired that you really, really wanted, and that may be that you went back to a relationship that somehow was estranged. And I'm reading this like it's a romantic relationship because of the roses, and I'm thinking of it in those terms. But I suppose it could be any type of relationship, a friendship, or even with a family member that maybe you had wanted to get back together. I think, if anything, chances are that the other person was unforgiving. But this is a card of forgiveness, so there is a possibility that you had to forgive somebody yourself. But usually Pisces people are forgiving. So my feeling is that you may have wanted to go back with somebody who is who left you, and your dreams came true. Now let's continue here, and let's see what this says. The Three of Swords is the higher message. So this is a card of heartbreak and things like that. Boy, they even have like drops of blood there. Wow. But in any case, this could be like an Aquarius individual that maybe this was a past relationship, and once you get involved with a person that that you have had a strong feeling for, then guess who comes back? Maybe it's this air sign. So Aquarius, Gemini is a big one for you, or Libra. So the Two of Cups could be a totally different person, and you're happy to be with that person. Maybe you got involved with an air sign on the rebound because you were left by this other individual. And you might have felt, this is the higher message, so it's reminding you how this person made you feel. And I don't like to say that somebody made you feel, but you know what I mean. And you may have felt rejected, like you were not good enough. So this could also apply for somebody that you're reuniting with, because as you probably know, sometimes there are situations where people get back together with somebody who left them, and nothing has really changed, because that other person, if they were capable of just leaving and there wasn't really even a good excuse, chances are they're not narcissists. They do what they want to do when they want to do it, and they don't really care if somebody else is hurting as a result. They're just into themselves. And not only that, sometimes it's a game. They're playing games, and if this is an actual swords person, they could be like a gaslighter, or a mental manipulator, where they really know how to get in people's heads. They know what that person wants more than anything in the world. The other thing too is, but I mean, if this is really reuniting with somebody that you really feel is not like that, then the Three of Swords can merely be a card to remind you that you are never rejected. When somebody else leaves, not to think in those terms, because this situation, this person may come back and say, the reason that I couldn't be in this relationship was because I was still married, or because I hadn't gotten over my own past relationship and I didn't feel I was ready to be, to commit to anybody. And there might be some really good reasons for that. And sometimes people, they immediately blame themselves. I'm not good enough, whatever. And that's not a thing to do, and that doesn't lead you to feel good about yourself, but it's also untrue. So even, regardless of what happens in relationships, always have that sense of your own self-worth. Don't allow other people's actions to affect that. What crosses you is the Son of Wands. This is connected to the Knight of Wands. So this is a card of the player type of a person. So make sure that if you are with someone reunited, or you're committed to them, that they are committed to you. They can send you flowers, they can say all these great things, but actions speak louder than words. Also, watch out for any exes coming back into the scene who are like the Knight of Wands, who are just kind of trying to have a good time, and they want to kind of see where you're at, fill you up. I mean, pardon the pun, but could be literal too. And see what, actually I meant feel you out, to see where you're at, to see if they can get back into your life in some capacity. Chances are not a very involved capacity. What is coming in is represented by the Daughter of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. So beyond the, this is one of those cards of this deck that I think really exemplifies what it stands for, which is, the owl is very vigilant. And so you have to be vigilant. And you're the Page of Cups. Pisces. You're the person who believes what people say, and sometimes to your detriment. So you have to, if somebody tells you something, especially if you are going back to somebody who perhaps was involved with a third party, make sure that they really are, they've really gotten divorced, they've really, moved out of, with their former partner, or that their story, stands up, that it fits together, that it's not, that there's not some kind of contradiction between what they're telling you and what's happening. Especially if somebody just disappeared and they came back. That's always a little bit, something to question. But this can also be simply that if there is a Swords person, I would think if there's an air sign person, that this person is not the Two of Cups, that this is not that same person. The Swords person with the Page of Swords, it could be that they have some growing up to do. And it doesn't mean that they're necessarily chronologically younger than you, but simply that they are emotionally immature. And when they are, they act in a way that they sometimes are very insulting, and they, I think that is emotionally abusive, verbally abusive. So you have to understand that these types of people are immature, and don't allow them to get the best of you or to make you doubt yourself, and don't listen to them, because they're probably talking nonsense, and you don't need them in your life. The outcome is a Wheel of Fortune being aligned. You have, this card is connected to Jupiter. Where is Jupiter? Jupiter is in Sagittarius. Where is Sagittarius in your chart? The 10th house of career. And as I record this, in late January, Venus is there as well. So if you're listening then, you have a lot of good career mojo. And you have a lot to be happy about. Your life is aligned. And so there's a lot of good things happening for you. You may be, having love come back into your life. And I'm just laughing because I don't know if it was your sign, but last year I did at least 2 videos where I titled it, Reunited and It Feels So Good. And they had a lot of hits. And I think somebody got mad because they were saying, that's clickbait or something. I forgot what they said, but it's not clickbait. This is, the Two of Cups is the heart of the matter. So this is the focal point of the reading. And yes, this is a general reading for all Pisces individuals. You have the intelligence and the ability to figure out whether or not this resonates with you. So I'm going to leave it there. But don't be mad if I title it that again, because that seems to be something that some people are looking for, I get those questions sometimes when I do love readings, and people want to go back with a certain person. The only thing that I say to people is, what has changed? If the person leaves, or even if you leave, and then you say, I miss this person. Why did you leave? Why did the other person leave? Have you resolved that issue or issues? So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you'd like a personal reading, the link is below. Otherwise, have a great month. Take care. Bye.